Friday!
Hi, everybody!
Hi, everybody!
That disembodied voice is Ben from behind the camera.
If you'll just bear with us while we do our regular sync, we'll be right back.
Indeed.
The water is
Oh, let's see here. Can you see us? Hey, we're live. Look at that. Cool.
We're good on sound?
Alrighty. Did you see it? We'll be back with you in a second, guys. Sorry, I cannot type and talk at the same time.
Hey, Amy, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, tonight we are talking about art of animation, which is a favorite among most of us. Almost all of us.
Yes.
So that is also why we have a special guest appearance by Olivia. She is our junior travel agent.
We're not sure if she's going to talk or not yet.
We also have Tammy with us
Ready
tonight.
to be determined. Yeah. All right, so shall we go to the news?
Yes.
Lots of cool stuff happening this week. Probably the most exciting thing is that 2018 travel packages will be released on Tuesday. So if you haven't called or emailed one of us yet, this is how you find us. And Tuesday is your go-to day. Now, there are a couple of caveats with that. You can only book a Disney reservation 499 days out. So there are some dates at the very end of 2018, November and December, if my math is correct, that you won't be able to book immediately on Tuesday. You'll have to wait about 2 months to be able to book those.
But if you're thinking January, February, March, you need to call.
You need to call now. Call and get an appointment scheduled this week. I actually have some set up already, so availability is going to be a little scant.
If you're going January, your 180th day is going to be in July, which is not
Coming
too far
Right.
from now.
Yeah, it's a reservation.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we've got Jeff, Howard, and Leo with us. Hey,
Hey,
guys.
Hello.
Looks like we have more people than that, but
And Becky's here.
Hey, Becky.
all right. So 2018 Tuesday. Call us. Is there anything else about that? No, I don't think so. There was some news out of Orlando this week regarding Zika virus. Of course, it's something everybody's been watching pretty closely. And, of course, the authorities in Orlando are very much interested in making sure that Zika is as...
I'm sorry, I was about to get you.
Oh, dear. Just things are happening in the chat.
Howard said that there's child labor laws.
Guys, you think I'm down here because I love staring at you? I'm watching the chat. You're
Okay,
good. Just talk about Disney.
I was explaining why I wasn't laughing at this.
Zika virus is not funny, people.
I
It is
was
not
not
laughing
laughing
matter.
It's
I
hilarious.
promise you it was not.
Okay, so anyway, Zika virus is still a concern. So, of course, Orlando is doing everything that they can to try to, and the state of Florida in general, try to keep it under control. And, of course, they do that by keeping the mosquito population under control. So, just one more step in not just having bug spray in your room, but Orange County, which is where part of Disney World is located, has actually started using the eastern mosquito fish and is deploying it in pools that are abandoned to try to keep the mosquitoes from nesting in the standing water. So,
That's pretty cool.
Yep, so just one more thing that the state of Florida is doing to ensure your safety when you travel there. Some of these things go on behind the scenes, very much so that you can't even tell it's happening. So I think it's nice to know that they're really on the on patrol with that. There is a statue headed to the Grand Floridian in honor of Lane Graves, and if you don't remember, he was the little boy who was attacked by the alligator at Grand Floridian last year. So it's really, I think it's a really nice tribute for Disney to do that, to acknowledge that something happened there, and to honor this little boy and his family, rather than try to sweep it under the rug like so many big corporations would do, and try to make the public lose consciousness that it even happened. So it's definitely not an easy thing for them to do, I'm sure, but kind of glad to see that they're doing that and not just we have a new movie playing this week.
It's Cars 3.
Cars 3 premiered last night. What day is it? It's Friday today,
It
right?
got out today.
Not today, officially today, but I think they opened. They did their
You
own
could have done a
opening
screening last night.
Yeah. And there's something new about one of the characters. What's his name?
Her name.
Her name.
Her name. I'm sorry. Jeez.
We have a girl.
We just talked about that.
Cruz Ramirez.
Cruz Ramirez. And I want to meet Cruz. Where can I go?
Disney World.
Disney World? Is she going to be at Hollywood Studios? Did we
Can you do a meet and greet with her?
Yeah.
Did we hear that? We can meet her? Awesome. All right, so you can
Do we
meet.
know what kind of car she is?
I don't actually. Did you see it in the trailer?
No.
No.
She's yellow though.
She's
Oh.
yellow.
She's a yellow sports car.
Oh, okay,
Alright.
good.
Cool. So now we have Cruz is yellow and Sally is blue, and there's a Holly in Cars 2. Yeah, I know, and she's purple.
Oh, I remember
I know, that's my favorite color. That's not fair.
So we're getting some girl cars in there, hanging out with Lightning and Mater and all their buddies.
Girls need to represent cars.
That's right.
We drive too.
That's
We
right.
do, absolutely.
Another new character that he's racing.
Who?
His name is Jackson Storm. He races Lightning.
Is he the blue and black one?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got like lights on the bottom, I think, of him or something.
all
He looks
kinds of
kind of
fancy.
shiny.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he's like queen too.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's not
Lightning
cool.
McQueen. So
Cruz Ramirez is at Hollywood Studios at Pixar Place. So
Awesome.
Beautiful. That's good. Okay, also in, well, not Hollywood Studios, but kind of in its sister show, Fantasmic at Disneyland, will be back on July 19th. Personally, very excited to see this. I don't know if you guys saw, I think it was on one of the Disney Destinations emails this week. There was a cloud thing going on with Aladdin and Jasmine superimposed, and it looked very three-dimensional in the Fantasmic show.
Oh.
I don't know if that's really part of the show or if they just pulled a stock photo from somewhere, but I was like, wow, when I saw that picture, I was like, wow, I can't wait to see Fantasmic again.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be awesome.
And remember, that is at Disneyland, not the Fantasmic that's at Hollywood Studios.
Right.
As far as I know, that one's still status quo. Frozen Dessert Party.
Yes.
Coming soon. Do you have any details on that?
Frozen
I know it's a
Dessert Party
thing.
starts July 17th. So what's included is you will have a special viewing area in Epcot to watch illuminations, and from the menu, it is desserts galore. Like, it's I don't know.
Were they all sweet desserts, or did they have
No.
some, like, cheese plate kind of?
Yeah, there's actually a
offering?
cheese fondue on the menu.
Ooh.
Yum.
So they have like hot and cold for Olaf's hot and cold. They have drinks. So they have alcoholic drinks for the adults and non-alcoholic, obviously for the children. So then after illuminations, then you get to follow your group to Frozen Ever After and ride Frozen Ever After.
Do we have a price on that?
Yes, there was. I think adults
Are you
was
thinking
$79.
$79? Okay, I was thinking
Yes,
$79 also.
and I believe children 10 and under is $49.
So that would save you having to use your Fast Pass at Epcot on Frozen Ever After, which is kind of nice. That's helpful.
Yes,
And
that's in Tier 1.
right, so that would free you up to use your Tier 1 for Soarin' or for Test Track. Of course, no point to use it for Illuminations because
No.
you'll be at Illuminations. So actually, it gets you the Illuminations Fast Pass and the Frozen Ever After Fast
Yeah,
Pass,
that's
essentially.
true. But it's an
Plus-
additional cost.
It is an additional cost, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty, I mean, it's a better value than what I first thought when I read it. I was like, Frozen Dessert Party.
Until you read the dessert.
just because the dessert party thing, it seems like it's just been done to death. Like, they did the Illuminations dessert party, they've done the Wishes dessert party, there's a Happily Ever After dessert, but there was a Fantasmic dessert party. It's like, really, guys? Is there other food besides dessert in the world?
No.
yeah. Amy is corrected. $79 for adult, $47 for ages 3 to 9.
Okay,
Perfect.
cool deal.
So speaking of desserts, Olivia, would you like to give your news item?
Anti-Gravities in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom will be offering create your own milkshakes. You can add sprinkles, cookie pieces, syrups, and more to milkshake. This will start on July 25th. June 25th.
Ooh. What's
Nice.
today? 16?
Yeah.
So like 9 days.
So next
Yeah.
Sunday.
So if you're watching this show right now and you're headed to Disney World soon, you're probably going to be there for the start.
Yeah.
So head down to Anti-Gravity's. And where is Anti-Gravity's? Do you remember?
Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom.
Right on.
I think she
Would
might
you
have a little
expect
more
anything
knowledge than
else?
I have.
You train them young, folks.
In other news, Disney is filing a lawsuit against their local tax authority, their local tax collector, their local anybody that will listen, regarding their property value assessments, which were recently redone at Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom Lodge, and Caribbean Beach. And the reason I thought this was actually interesting, because honestly, like I don't care what the property tax assessments are for the parks, whatever. But if you are a DVC owner, part of your dues is property taxes. So I will say I was definitely concerned to see that Animal Kingdom Lodge was on that list, as it is a DVC resort, and curious to see maybe if the other resorts would follow suit and try to contest their assessments. So
Oh,
just a
Melissa's
little-
here.
Hi, Melissa. Let's see, back in the parks to the fun stuff.
Taxes.
Taxes, who cares? There is a new memory maker opportunity, memory maker inclusion coming to Pirates of the Caribbean. And it'll be an on-ride photo. And I don't know about you guys, but when I first heard about this, of course, my mind started spinning. Where in the world are they putting this photo?
Right.
Because,
Isn't it like a water ride?
yeah,
Sort of?
and in Pirates, the drop is completely in the dark. Which is usually,
Wanna
usually
take
they
a
want
photo.
you to, they want to take a picture of you dropping and being scared. So either they're going to violate the cardinal rule of dark rides and flash photography and flash right in your face as you're going down the drop, or it's going to be like kind of a mundane like ride through photo in the burning village scene or something. So
Where would they put?
I don't know, but I'm really curious to see what they end up doing
Well,
with
you'll
that.
just have to ride it and find
I know. I don't know when it starts
Maybe
either.
it'd be where they are shooting the cannons.
That's kind of
Because
a
Yeah.
spin thought.
that gets people when they're not. They haven't
Yeah.
been on it, and the water goes up, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and I think it's been since they refurbed it like what, a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I feel like those cannons have been more powerful. Like more people have been complaining that they're coming off of Pirates wet.
It's
been the
a
case
water ride,
before.
guys. You're supposed to get wet.
Melissa said that she actually just received her medals too. So if you did the shorts, then
We'll do it in a minute. We
Oh,
have
okay.
one more news item.
oh, okay, sorry.
That's right. We're gonna get there. So, one more very important thing we want to talk about before we talk about the picnic and the race from the weekend. Passport rules. Because we are based out of Pennsylvania, of course, many of our clients live in Pennsylvania. So we are about to be affected by passport rules, and we're going to try to keep you as informed on this subject as possible. If you've ever read the TSA website or the Department of Homeland Security website, you know that keeping you informed on this issue is going to be a difficult task because there's a lot of doublespeak, a lot of things that when you read them 5 times, they seem like they contradict themselves. What we know right now is that Pennsylvania is not in compliance with the Real ID Act, which means that our driver's licenses will at some point become invalid for airline travel, even domestic. So at that point, you're going to either need to have a passport, possibly a passport card is going to do the trick. So just a little bit of information about that right now. If you are under 18 flying domestically, you do not need ID. You might be asked questions. You may have to, your parents flying with you might have to give a statement about what the purpose of your travel is. The guards might ask you questions directly.
They usually ask Olivia,
Right. It's
How
not
old she
scary.
is
It's
and-
just, yeah.
where are you going?
Right, exactly. And it's usually very innocuous, and they're, making sure that mom and dad's travel documentation's in order. So that's the, as long as that's the case.
Very nice.
They're very nice. Yeah, they're very nice to kids. They're not there to, be intimidating or scary. So that will still continue to be the case. However, adults flying will need a passport. Passport costs are $110 for over 16 and $80 for 16 and under. The $110 adult, essentially, passport is good for 10 years. The under 16 passport is good for 5 years. There's also a first-time processing fee of $25 if you've never gotten a passport before. You're going to want to leave, I'm going to say at minimum, leave 8 weeks. Usually the guideline is 6 weeks. We've usually had ours back in 3. Leave 8.
Because I will say, because we stopped in to get our applications at the post office, which is where you can get your applications if you're wondering where to even start. And I asked the clerk in the post office if there has been an abundance of people coming in asking the same questions that I am, and she said, absolutely.
Yes.
So
if you
everyone
know,
is kind of in, I don't want to say panic mode, but
right.
trying to get there before, November, because people are traveling in January, and
Right.
be like, oh my gosh, I don't have a passport.
absolutely. If you are a Pennsylvania resident and you know you're traveling in 2018, just go get started.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they're good for 5 or 10 years, and that way you're not without it. Like, let's say you're going to Disney World this time. Maybe next time you decide you want to go on a cruise, and you want to go to the Bahamas or even Canada anymore. You really should have a passport in your possession if you're leaving the country.
Right.
It's just good practice. So that way you're all set. You're ready to go.
We even had to show ours when we went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Even if Puerto Rico is considered
A U.S.
US
territory,
yeah.
but it's not really, it is,
We
but
had
it
to show it.
isn't, so, yeah. So just have a passport. It's a good idea if you're going to be traveling. Another thing to keep in mind, you have to have 2 to 4 blank pages in your passport for certain countries. So that's something, depending on what country you're going to go to, you need to take a look at that and research the rules and requirements for it. If you need help finding that, we can point you in the right direction. And there are also some countries where your passport has to remain valid for 6 months after you travel. So especially if you're doing an Adventures by Disney trip, if you're doing, if you want to go to Tokyo Disney and, even if you're stopping in Alani on the way there, but you're going to then, go on. Because you should do
cool.
it.
Yeah,
you should
cool.
go. You just need to know the rules for every country that you're entering and exiting and make sure that your passport's going to meet those qualifications. You don't want a passport that's going to expire in 3 months and you're traveling to a country that requires it to be valid for 6 months after you return. You will have a problem. I also learned something new today, which I wasn't aware. If you forget your ID at home, it is still possible for you to fly.
How?
I know, right? Apparently there's a questionnaire process, and you can, fill out some paperwork, and it takes a lot longer. You're probably going to miss the flight you were supposed to be on, but it's still possible for you to fly without going home and getting your ID. That being said, triple, quadruple, quintuple check your ID before you leave the house and make sure you have it with you. It just will make your life easier. So we are guaranteed at this point to not need those passports prior to January 22nd. If you are traveling on or after January 22nd, it's not necessarily the date that Pennsylvania will be required to have a passport, but be prepared to have one.
Jeff is saying that according to the post office he was at yesterday, passport cards for anyone over the age of 1 day starting in January.
Yeah, that's not what the TSA site and the Department of Homeland Security sites say currently, but yeah. So the post office, might not know what they're doing yet. The Department of Homeland Security might not be updated yet. I mean, this is why we're saying just get a passport, because it will make your life easier. Then you don't have to worry about what the minutia of the rules is. You're just ready.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
Exactly.
D says hi.
Hi.
Let's see. Oh, we want to talk about our picnic this past weekend, which was fun as always. We had much better weather this year. The wind was not trying to blow us into the trees. It wasn't too windy.
No, good.
And we also did our first race on Saturday morning. Our next one is July 22nd at 8 a.m. at Cowsler Park, which of course the info's on the events page. This is open, I swear. Thanks, Tammy. Okay. I actually got, and actually most of us who did the race got our boxes today with our medals in them, so we're just going to do a little quick show and tell here.
Which that's a little earlier than what you expected,
Yeah, I
right?
actually thought you had to do all 3 races and submit your times before you got your medals, but apparently
Is this
not.
like the dog tag one?
This is the dog tag one. This was if you registered by I think April 30th, you could get like the little prize pack. So there's a little Pluto Shorts dog tag. There's yeah, I don't know. I don't have a dog. So
Rag, yeah.
there's a cooling towel. So I look forward to using that in July.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
I might steal
a
that.
collapsible doggy water bowl.
That's cool.
So we don't have a dog, so we'll find a friend who does and give them a water bowl. But it's pretty nice. It's if you do like to travel with your dog, it just
That's cute.
collapses down. Very easy to slip in a pocket or
Yeah,
something.
you can just take it with you on the runs.
Right,
too. You
exactly.
can take
And it's got a little clippy, so it's great. I love it.
Oh, some ice cream in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Collapsible ice cream dish. We should take it on the cruise for the ice cream machine. Never mind, we're not giving
what are
this
you
baby
doing?
away. All
Sorry,
right.
dogs. Sorry, dogs. Just going for ice cream.
Yeah, I know. It's probably gonna go to Ike too. Sorry, guys.
Ike is denied.
Are we getting any feedback on that?
There's some waving.
Oh, you got
Hands
all of
that
them.
we-
Yeah,
Leah's
they
doing.
all came at the
I
same
thought
time.
you got them just one at a time.
I thought that's what was supposed to happen too. So the first race that we just did was the June race, which is the Pluto dog collar and tag. And if you register for the July race, which you can still do, and I think as long as you register by June 30th, I believe you can still do the series with the completer medal. So this will be the July medal, and of course we're not allowed. I have to put this back in the box. I'm not allowed to have it yet. I didn't actually do that run yet. And then this one is the.
Howard says that Ike is not happy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ike. This is the.
You guys should have signed up for the
Pluto in
5K.
Doghouse.
Which one?
That's
is
the
that
August. That was the August, and then this is the completer medal. So this is the one where if you pay Disney for all the races at the same time, they're like, oh, we'll just give you an extra medal because we like you, So it's kind of I don't know. I feel like I should run an extra race, maybe in September. So anyway, those are the goodies that were in the box.
Disney.
Yeah.
Dee likes your idea about the ice cream bowl.
Yeah, that was a really good
And
idea.
Howard says Ike is not happy.
Dee and I were totally on the same page.
So now I can't get one of these little bowls?
No, because I think it was April 30th that was the cutoff to do the whole thing, the whole shebang.
So there's a run in July and August.
Yep. If you want to run with us, it's July 22nd, 8 a.m. Counselor Park, and August 12th, 8 a.m. Counselor Park. They are both Saturdays, so hopefully that fits into people's schedule, and you can come out and hang out with us, run. Courtesy of Jared, we tend to have free snacks, and we have water, and, just hang out. We
It was a
balloons.
lot of fun. It was my very
should
first
do a
5K, and I had a blast. So
Yeah, that would be
Um,
sweet. Yeah.
I was not intimidated at all.
Runners of all skill levels and
Yeah.
speeds.
Right.
And non-runners.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
That would be me. I'm the non-runner.
I think folks
I
from
didn't
anywhere
even
from...
walk it. I just sat at the finish line with the water.
Look, I beat
The
you all
finish line
here.
is also the halfway point, so we do have water at the 1.5 mile mark, and then
Yeah.
water at the finish, and water at the start if you want to carry a water bottle. It's up to you.
Yeah.
And I think our range of times was somewhere between about 30 minutes and about 60 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
That's about right.
I mean,
Well,
bad.
no. Melissa was under
I'm
30
sorry, Melissa was
minutes.
under 30 minutes.
As was Jared and
Gavin.
Jared's kid, whose name escapes me. Sorry,
I think it's
Jared, who
Gavin.
kind of cheated. Gavin,
Gavin.
that's right.
He kind of cheated?
He bolted ahead of Melissa at the last minute.
Oh, that's not cheating. That's just saving your
yeah.
energy.
He did it the smart way.
Sorry, Melissa.
Well, Jared's not watching, so we can talk bad about him.
Did he leave us? Oh, geez. Oh, that's right. He's landscaping.
Himself. That's not nice.
Yeah, he's making his yard pretty.
Jared's wonderful internet.
Jared's great. We love Jared. Anyway, so thanks for listening to all of our chatter. We have Art of Animation for you now.
Yes.
So,
Mm.
Tammy, you want to fire a shot? Art of Animation, what's your favorite thing about it?
The Nemo pool is going to be my favorite.
The Nemo pool is
Mhm.
so fabulous.
It is the largest of all the Disney resorts. And when you go underwater, sometimes you can hear some of the friends talking to you. And the rest of the time they play some music. Yeah.
It's
It's really cool that you can hear the music. Also, I liked that the Nemo pool was one of those
0 entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
For like the
nice.
little ones, people
Or
bring.
for the big ones that
Well,
don't
I
want
mean,
to just
right.
jump in and splash.
Right. For us, when we would just want to like sunbathe a little bit. But yeah, I like that, and the little splash area that's right where the Zero Walk It is.
Yeah,
Was cool.
definitely an awesome pool.
Yes.
I think they need to redo all the Value Resort pools to be like the Nemo pool. It's just-
They should, but
yeah, but it's probably not going to happen.
no.
There is a little bit different price point between Art of Animation and the other value resorts, and that's for 2 reasons. First being that the pool is amazing, so you are paying for that amenity. The second being that there's only one building of standard rooms,
Right.
so the competition for those rooms does cause that price to go up a little bit. And then the other prices are all for the family suites. So when you start looking at Art of Animation, and like, if you go to WaltDisneyWorld.com and you try to do a quote yourself, you're going to pull up some prices that are going to be like $300 and some a night, and then compare them to All Star Sports, and you're going to be like, wait, I thought this was a value resort. This is a deluxe resort. What's happening here? I can't stand it. It's because you're looking at the family suite, and the only place that you can get a standard room at Art of Animation is in the Little Mermaid section. So you want to make sure that you're looking at or asking us for Little Mermaid quotes if your party is 4 people or fewer.
Right.
Of course, if your party's 6 people or more, you want to tell the nice people what they've won?
You've won a
Not
room
6 people or fewer, sorry, not more.
or a stay at the family suites, which are themed with Cars, Lion King, and Finding Nemo.
Thank you, Vanna.
Just real quick to touch back onto the pools. Art of Animation actually has 3 pools in total. So you have the large, big blue pool, I think is what they call it.
Go there.
Which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Try it out.
Yeah.
But we have been to the Little Mermaid rooms 3 times now. And in your section, there is a pool right there. So if you have just 45 minutes between getting back to the room and maybe hitting a dinner reservation, but you really want to get in the pool, you can just quickly jump in the pool right outside your room. That pool is very cool. Then the third pool is at in the Cars section. And it's really cool because they have these little,
wheel well pool.
and they have these cute little cabana type areas that you can sit under. So if you're needing some shade from the Florida sun, and there's no extra cost for that. I know some places when you go to a cabana, you will have to pay for it, but
Yeah.
Like
that's
Hershey Park.
Hershey Park, yep.
Yeah.
So that's not the case here, and usually those pools are a little less crowded as well.
I was just going to say, there are probably like 2 other people swimming in the entire pool.
Yeah, so you pretty much have it to yourself. Again, if you just wanted to take a quick dip. I know when my parents went with us, they spent the last day at the pool, and that's the pool they went to, and they found it very calming because
There wasn't
nobody
many
else was
people.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That's how it was when we stayed. When we stayed the year right after it was built, like finished being built
Oh,
in
nice.
2012, so we
Yeah.
went like the following year. It was, The Little Mermaid was kind of low key.
yeah.
Then you went to Nemo, and
Yeah,
That's
it
where
was
everybody
crazy
was.
'cause everybody wanted to see the new pool.
And it's really cool too there because they do trivia games
Mhm.
at poolside, and
they had
which-
movies.
Yes.
Right, movies
with
into the
little
stars.
box screen,
yeah.
yeah.
I think that's like
They did. They would pull
certain
kids
time.
out, like, off to
Yeah.
the side of the Nemo pool, and they could play games,
Mm-hmm.
which was neat.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
have,
that was interesting.
they have
Oh.
trivia like off to the side sometimes.
and hula hoop competitions.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Did you do that one?
No.
You could have won.
Yeah, I do.
You might have won like an ice cream or something.
Yeah.
And behind the pool areas, they actually have a playground area as well, which we got on a little bit. One of those slides behind the pool area.
Which pool?
The big pool. Then
If you walk towards
if you're
Pop
going
Century.
towards Pop Century,
Oh,
there's
okay.
Yeah,
there's
there's
right.
and they have like the big is Mr. Ray out there
Mr.
as
Ray.
part of the playground? Right?
Think
Or is he
so.
just on the building?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah.
That was what was So you walked there. Because when we went, I saw that there was like a bridge, I guess, that you could cross
to
over
Pop
to
Century.
go
Yes.
Pop Century,
Yep.
which I thought was kind of neat. Because if you wanted to kind of explore the resort,
Right.
you could explore Art of Animation and just walk across the bridge and you're at another one and see that one.
And really, I don't know how technically allowed it is, but if you're staying at Art of Animation and you really, for some reason, don't want to swim at one of the 3 pools there, I don't believe the ones at Pop Century are actually room key accessible. I believe they are
No, they're not.
just open.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're open. 'Cause
So-
that's where we stayed. We stayed there too.
By staying at Art of Animation, you could actually swim at a total of 6 pools. Are there 3 at Pop?
I believe there's 3. I think there's.
There's definitely Hippy Dippy Pool.
Yeah, there's
That's
one
the
like
main
a
one.
flower shape.
That's the Hippy Dippy.
Yeah, and then I think there was 2.
There's one in the 80s section.
2
for
other
sure.
ones.
Is there one in the 50s?
I don't recall.
Can't remember. I'm pretty sure there's not in the 70s. I know it was raining when we walked through the 50s, so we were trying not to get rained on.
But yeah, I thought that was neat how they were connected. You
Right.
could just kind of.
But it gives you 5 or 6 pool options if you stay at Art of Animation versus if you stay at Pop, you only have the ones at your resort. Because you cannot pool hop from Pop to Art of Animation.
No.
They're Magic Band entry on the Art of Animation pool.
Oh.
There's definite class structure there.
There is. There is. But
Was it always that? I don't remember them having the gates when we went.
they might have just had to add
Add that.
those.
Yeah,
if
because
they were
I
maybe
don't
having some
remember
issues
it
with that. Yeah.
being there. So
Right.
yeah.
And I mean, that's part of what you pay for is that upgraded pool experience. That's part of the difference between the Pop
Yeah.
rooms and the Little Mermaid rooms. So if they're not doing something to safeguard that for the folks who did make that choice and pay for that option, then they don't really have an incentive to pay for it in the future. So
D is saying bowling pin and computer
bowling
pool.
pin. That's
Computer
it. That's
pool.
the 50s one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
computer
knew
pool
there
was in our
Yeah,
section.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then Leah's saying that at one time the Art of Animation bar was inside the fence, but they changed it to be outside the fence line.
That's
So
interesting.
So you can still go to the pool bar at Art of Animation, but you can't get
Go
into
to
the
the
pool if you're staying at Pop. Just for reference point. Yeah. Smart on their part, really.
it is.
It is. I mean, you're gonna pay.
Right. And if you decide you're going to take the walk around Hourglass Lake and see both resorts, I mean, you get halfway to the other pool, you're going to need to stop for a refreshment. It's a long walk.
It is. Ah, yes.
Art of Animation has 864 rooms in total, 864 Little Mermaid, and 1,120 family suites. So it is a fairly large resort. You guys have stayed at Little Mermaid, right?
Yes.
And you've stayed. We've all stayed Little Mermaid.
Stay at Little
Yes.
Mermaid.
Has anybody
and
stayed family suite?
I haven't stayed, but I've seen.
Okay. I know Melissa had stayed family suite. If you go back in, if you go back through our videos, Melissa has an on-site inside. I think they were in a Nemo suite.
Yes,
Oh,
they were.
yeah.
Yeah. If you scroll back through our videos to April, I believe, you'll see the walkthrough there. So if you want to see the inside of a family suite, that's a good place to look.
Melissa has both.
Yes.
Oh, she did the Little Mermaid one too.
Yeah, they had stayed at Little Mermaid before, and they were booked for Little Mermaid and got upgraded.
Upgrade. Yes, she got lucky.
Oh,
Yeah, that was sweet.
When can I get upgraded?
But I mean, I think you
It's
guys
all like the luck.
You guys will probably agree that the walk from Little Mermaid to back to the main building is
It's
lengthy.
far.
It is pretty
It
lengthy.
is lengthy.
They need to put like
Yeah.
soda machines in between there because by the time you walk there, get your drink and walk back, you gotta walk back and get another drink because you already drank it
Right,
all.
right.
Yeah, it is.
And
Also,
kinda
if you ship
long.
Yeah.
if you ship water and they offer to wheel it down for you, take them
Take
up
them
on the
up on the
offer.
offer.
Right,
I
right.
made Ben carry it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, it's not that far.
We
Shoulder
have-
it up,
we
let's
have-
go.
Every resort we stay at, there's a picture of me hauling a box from Amazon across the resort.
I did that. We didn't order Amazon, but we did that grocery thing
Yeah.
once.
Oh, the garden grocer?
Yeah.
How was the service? Is it nice?
Yeah, I mean, we placed the order, and then when we got to our room, everything was there. It was, our
I was already
waters-
in your room?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
They put it right in your room.
That's pretty cool. And that's
We
like a
got some
$20
snacks.
delivery fee, I think?
I don't remember. It wasn't too bad because we did like waters.
Because you did
and-
enough to make it.
Yeah, and we
Worth
did
it.
snacks that we could take, things that we could take into the park for the
Right.
kids to munch on if they didn't want to have their meal at that time, like fruit snacks or like
Right.
little Cheez-It bags or something.
Nice.
But it was, I would do it again. I don't think it was too bad price-wise.
And especially for any of the resorts that have a convention center, because if you ship yourself a box from, like, say, Amazon, because that's what we've typically done, they actually charge you to pick it up if it's a convention center hotel. So if I'm going to get charged $10 to $15 to pick my own box up and then have to schlep it back to my room,
Right.
might as well order from Garden Grocer to get
Right.
it and just
And it was
do
there
that
in
way.
the room when we got there. It was like,
Right.
oh, hey, look, there's all of our
That's
waters
cool.
and drinks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, wow.
But if you are wondering, if you're not familiar with a family suite and just wondering how large it is, the Little Mermaid standard room is 260 square feet, and the family suites are 525 square feet.
So almost about double
Yes.
the space.
Yeah, but they're not, I like it, they have one bedroom and 2 baths.
Yeah.
Yes,
Which
So-
is nice when you have a large
and
amount
that's
of
2
people.
full baths, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
In
2
the family
full
suite?
baths, yes, but I think the one is actually a tub, the other is a shower,
Mhm.
which is fine
Right.
for most people.
Yeah.
So in the bedroom where you can actually close the door for privacy is a queen size bed with the one bathroom right inside there, and then the other bathroom is in a common area, and it has the fold down table bed
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen,
Yeah.
which is actually really cool.
Melissa had that.
And then it also has the sofa that comes down to a
Right.
full bed as well.
So it sleeps 6.
Correct.
2 with double bed fold out accommodations and 1 with a queen bed,
Right.
standard regular bed.
And a little kitchenette. It's got your refrigerator, a little sink, some place to store some food. But other than that, obviously no
Not a
stove or
kitchen,
oven or
but a
little
Right.
kitchenette and
efficiency type thing.
more than what you would get in. Well, I won't even say because not all the deluxes don't even have microwaves or anything.
Right.
So this is really the only way to get a microwave in your room is to do a family suite or
Was there a
to
microwave
get a
in
villa.
yours? Oh, nice.
Right? Tam, right
Yes,
on that, right?
Melissa
Yeah.
just said microwave. Yes.
Microwave, yeah.
Well, because I know they were in like the eatery area. They have
Yes.
microwaves in there,
Right.
but
Yes.
yeah.
And that's pretty much what you have to do everywhere to get a microwave,
Yeah.
is to go down to your quick service location.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, unless you're in a family suite at Art of Animation or at All Star Music, or if you're in a DVC villa, which you can reserve on a cash reservation, you just have to specifically request the villa in order to get those. So.
Well, speaking of quick service, how's the dining at Art of Animation?
Awesome.
We had a couple hints of that in the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, dining is great there. They have it's called the Landscape of Flavors, and there really is a landscape of options.
Yeah, it was all different stuff.
There's actually 5 different little shops that you can go to for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, Olivia, what's your favorite breakfast at Art of Animation?
French toast.
So just to give you an idea, so children on a quick service dining
Oh
credit
yeah,
can get French toast more than what they can eat, so mom eats off of it as well.
Yeah.
Fruits and or bacon or sausage, it's
Yeah, like
an incredible
apples.
value. What do you like for lunch or dinner?
Chicken or pizza.
Pizza.
It's really good there
For
too.
some
Why
reason,
wouldn't you say pizza?
the
I know,
pizza
right?
at Art of Animation is really, really good.
It's like the best pizza ever at Disney.
Yeah.
the
of
best
course-
Disney pizza, Art of
Welcome
Animation.
Disney.
And of course, what do you like for dessert?
Ice cream. They have a lot of different flavors, and they have Mickey sprinkles and star sprinkles, and I think chocolate sprinkles too.
So the Mickey sprinkles are really cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want those.
I know, right?
How about mom? What's mom's favorite?
My favorite is the Create Your Own Pasta, which
Oh, yeah, I
is
think we did that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. So you get to pick the pasta of your choice, whatever it is that you like. You get to pick a sauce from many different choices. Then you can add chicken, you can add shrimp, you can add veggies.
Yeah.
It is so good. And then, of course, a piece of garlic bread as well. It is delicious. Again, a quick service dining credit.
Right.
I couldn't even finish that, and an adult, just to go back to the pizza, an adult serving for quick service pizza is 2 slices, which overflows your plate and it doesn't even fit on your plate. And I made a mistake, and I just picked up 1 slice of pizza, and the cashier's like, as an adult, you can have 2 slices, and I'm like, okay.
Why in the world would I need 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's my favorite. How about you, Miss Holly?
I honestly, we ate 1 meal at the quick service, and I don't even remember what we ate.
I'm with you on that. I know we had a pasta, but I can't remember
Yeah. Do you remember?
what all we ate there either.
No.
I asked Ben, by the way.
Oh.
You guys can't see him. Sorry. He's hiding.
I'm talking though. I can hear you on the thing.
She's talking to you all out there. Do you remember?
Melissa says she gets the kids' breakfast and it is
Yeah.
quite filling.
I
And
kind of
it
think,
is.
the pizza line is always long.
I kind of
Well-
think we maybe had breakfast, or maybe we just stopped for a snack in the evening. I don't remember. I remember getting a breakfast and getting the kids' breakfast, but I think it was at Pop.
I specifically remember not getting pizza, and I specifically remember being disappointed.
Yeah.
I think we did do pizza, but I think Disney just feeds you so much on the dining plans.
Yeah.
We had so many leftovers, like snacks or even quick service meals, because with the 2 boys, we get 1 quick service meal, and it was so much they could share it.
Right.
So it's like you have all this left over, which at the end is nice because you could get, like, you could change it into snacks and pick up some snacks to take with you on the plane ride home.
Right.
So they don't go to waste, that's for sure.
Right.
Especially, well,
I will
the
mention
kids.
my husband's favorite quick service meal Art of Animation is interesting. It's a surf and surf burger.
Oh.
Which is a crab cake topped with shrimp.
Yes.
Again,
Why didn't I have that?
Again, it's a quick service meal. It's unbelievable.
Because I
The
think
value, I
wow.
feel.
when we
in
went
it.
down, Jeff had told me about that one. He's like, you might want to try this. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't think I did.
I think
but
I've heard about it before, actually, now that you guys mention it. But I just, I forgot.
We need to stay at Art of Animation. Can you get the whole pizza too? Is this?
You can for I think 2
2 table service
service,
credits.
yes.
Will they deliver to your room?
Yes,
Mhm.
they
Yes.
have pizza delivery.
Ooh!
Ooh.
I can't believe
I
we
like
never
the
let you
sound
do
of
that.
I mean,
she didn't
there's-
want to waste her 2 table service
Yeah.
credits.
There are so many
Borderline
different
spousal
things.
abuse.
Well, there are so many different things to eat at Disney. Like, I
Yeah.
never feel like I want to do pizza because
There's so much
I
more.
know.
pizza anywhere.
I know.
So,
But there's so many options of
Yeah.
different things that you may
That
not
you can't
eat.
get at home.
Like, right, you can come home and get pizza anywhere.
right, we have like 65 different pizza places.
Yes, but it's Disney pizza.
And it's
Okay.
Art of Animation's pizza. Next time you go, just let him get pizza.
Yeah, everyone's
when
on
we were
my
in
side.
California, I took him to Blaze Pizza because
Oh, thank goodness.
we had heard about it in Orlando from actually one of the cast members that we had stood and talked to for like a half hour one night. He's like, "You've got to go to Blaze Pizza, go now!" And we're like, "Dude, we just ate. Like, it's not gonna happen right this second."
Doesn't matter, just go anyway.
Right, exactly.
Was it
And
good?
yeah, it was really good. It was fast fired, so they like put throw all the toppings in and then throw it in the oven for like 2 minutes in the fire, and
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
it was tasty.
It was really good.
So it's kind of like a grilled pizza, sort of?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a fire oven bake. It's
Yeah, it was quality.
the line is also very long at Blaze Pizza.
Yeah.
Is it considered okay, so Disneyland doesn't have the dining, like...
Yeah, well, and this was actually Universal City Walk, so it wasn't
Oh,
even.
oh, oh.
Yeah,
At
but
Disney
Disneyland
Springs.
does not have a dining plan, so
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been out of pocket.
But Disney Springs does not have a Blaze Pizza.
Disney Springs in Orlando
Oh,
does
it
have a
does?
Blaze Pizza.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
downtown
It's fairly
Disney and
nice.
Disneyland does not.
It's fairly new.
Yeah, and that's where he was telling you. The cast member was telling us to go. He's like, "You gotta go get the Blaze Pizza." And we're like,
He was right.
"Okay." So we did. We just did it
He
in
did not
California.
steer you wrong on your pizza.
Yeah.
So you've had Disney pizza?
No, I had Universal Orlando Pizza.
Yes, Sammy.
Or Universal California Pizza.
Yeah.
Alright, still same. True story.
Let's see. As far as other amenities at the resort, of course, they do have an arcade, just like all the other resorts do. And I think I haven't spent a lot of time in the Value Resort arcades. Have you guys popped in there at all?
Yeah, a couple times I think we did.
Do you know, like, how does it compare to the others on site?
See, You're asking the wrong one because it would have been the boys and Dad.
Oh, okay.
They're the arcade ones. I don't really. I mean, I walked in just to say, "Hey, let's go." But
Right.
I didn't really.
Melissa's saying it's the biggest one.
Yeah,
At
I
Art of
was
Animation,
thinking
probably.
it was a little bit larger at the value resorts than it is at the other resorts.
Yeah.
Just because of having more people, that would maybe need more machines.
Yeah.
Of course, they also have a store, so if you do,
Yes.
you know,
do
forget
have that.
last minute souvenirs and you're waiting for Magical Express, you have an opportunity to go in and get them. It also allows you to do the package shipping back to your resort, which is available at any on-site location at Disney. So that's good as well.
And the shop is very nice.
It is, yeah. And it's connected to the Landscape of Flavors, so
Mhm.
it's pretty easy, like, just swing through there on your way out to the bus.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Which busing?
Busing is the next component. There is no alternate transportation at Art of Animation, so everywhere that you go, you bus. However, because, and switch off if you're going to another resort, so. However, at least there's a dedicated bus. So instead of having, like the moderate resorts, I really like them personally. I like first of all, I like having queen beds in the room instead of doubles. I prefer that. But the bus transportation, having to wait for the bus to go around to all of the other stations before it takes off for its destination is a little bit frustrating at times.
Unmagical.
It's a little unmagical. At Art of Animation, just like all of the other value category resorts, you go out to the front, and all of the buses make one stop there, and then they go directly to their destination. So you don't have that, oh, let's sit on the bus for 5 minutes going around the resort. So.
And we do not mind the busing system at all. And in my opinion,
Good way to sit too.
it's
It's
a
a
good way to sit.
sit.
Yes, it is.
It's a good break too.
And Disney understands that you don't want to be in line. They don't want you in line. So they're going to get you on a bus ASAP. And we've been in a situation where they've brought in Mears buses acting as Disney buses because they've ran out of buses, but they want to get you to where you need to go. So you're not going to be waiting there just until they free up a bus. They're going to get you to your destination as soon as they possibly can. So there's usually people at the bus stations that are walkie-talkieing, saying, hey, we need another Epcot bus, or, you know, what have you. And we've never had any issues. I mean, of course, 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, there could be quite a line for Magic Kingdom.
Especially for Magic Kingdom.
For Magic
Right.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
But that's not saying that there's another Magic Kingdom bus actually waiting to pull into the terminal after this
Yeah,
one in front of you
there's-
leaves.
There's
So
like, sometimes two of them like waiting.
exactly.
Like
So,
And Melissa makes the point that the Art of Animation Resort is kind of far from the Magic Kingdom, so it can
It
be a
is.
long bus ride.
Yes, it can be.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
It's like
But honestly, with
15
the
minutes.
with the length of the bus rides, in regard to that point, it's kind of a long bus ride from anywhere
Yeah.
because the traffic system and the way that it's set up, the resorts that are closer sometimes have kind of convoluted pathways that they have to take to get to the resorts that are close to them. So even though you're farther away, it might not actually take very much longer to get where you're going.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have anything else on Art of Animation?
Well, did we talk about the theming in the rooms?
Oh, you know what? We really didn't too much, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why you
talked
stay
about
there,
are
right?
Three, right. There are 3 family suites and a standard room. So.
But when we stayed in the Little Mermaid room, we were really impressed with how well decorated everything
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
The
and-
bathroom was neat.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
a
the shower
it's
made you
like
feel like you
Ariel's
were
grotto
in
kind
the
of
sea.
deal. Right.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
A little fun fact that I learned at my agent training was that the first year or so that the Art of Animation was open, guests liked the shower curtains
Mm-hmm.
in the Little Mermaid room so much that they felt as though they should take one home.
Oh.
Oh.
And so they started stealing the shower curtains because They are really, really cool.
They
'cause
really
you're,
are.
You're in Ariel's grotto. I mean,
Yeah,
it
especially,
can't get
like,
much
the
better than that.
painting,
Yeah.
like actually in the shower.
Right.
Yeah.
So now they actually sell the shower curtain in the store in the gift shop because
I
you
can't
know
believe people stole
now
them.
there should be
They
no
were
reason-
really neat though.
They are really cool.
Yeah.
They are.
really cool. But yeah, you have seashell lights and mirrors. and
Yeah.
Prince Eric is all over the place.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
have seashell seats, and they have a
Yes.
really cool table.
Even the
Yeah.
outside decorations were really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the
There's,
huge
uh,
King Triton.
Yeah.
Oh,
big
yeah,
Ursula.
and,
Don't the
the
fish-
huge
Yeah, and-
Ursula.
Credit for this one goes to Jeff. The fish on the building that are accompanying each of those people. There's Ariel at one, King Triton at one, and Ursula at one. On the Ursula ones, the fish are swimming away from her and like looking back over their shoulders, like, "Oh my gosh, she's still back? Is she following us?" Yeah. And on the Ariel and King Triton ones, they're swimming towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I didn't
it's-
notice that.
I didn't either. Like we
Yeah.
walked right past it 15
Good
times,
eye.
and
Right.
I got home and Jeff's like, "Did you look at the fish?" And I was like, "No,
I
didn't.
didn't. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry."
Melissa says the Nemo rooms are also very cute.
Yeah, see, I didn't. Did you, when you went to when you're
Yeah, which
training,
ones
which
did they
one
take
did you
you to?
see?
I saw Nemo.
That was okay.
Yep. So,
Yeah. See, I'd like to see the Lion King and Cars because I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any of them. I've only stayed at the
Little Mermaid.
Mermaid. Yeah, Little Mermaid.
I was not sure what to think of a table that folds down to a bed, but I will tell you, it's quite impressive.
I was a little suspicious of that myself.
Yeah, and we weren't allowed to lay in the bed, but we were allowed to touch it, and it seemed very comfortable. So,
Cool. See, I would ask if I could lay
Late
on it. Can I test this out?
Can I
I
take
need
a
to
nap?
see if
Let me
this is
just check it
comfy.
and see if it's gonna be good. See if it's gonna hold up.
Yeah, Melissa says those Murphy beds are easy to set up.
yes.
Did
Oh, good.
Melissa? Did you lay down on it? Is it adult worthy, or would you only put children on it?
She hasn't answered
Didn't
yet.
answer. Okay.
Well, I have a friend who stayed there, and as an adult, she and a child stayed on that bed. So.
Okay.
One more thing, back to the layout and the bus transportation. Because they're connected by a bridge,
Yes.
if you miss a bus, you can hoof it over to Pop Century and try and catch a bus
Right.
over there.
And even more so, that comes into play really nicely when you're trying to get back to catch Magical Express, because you then have two options when you leave the park at the end of the day. You can grab the Pop Century bus or the Art of Animation and just take the first one that shows up and walk across the bridge.
Yep.
It's perfect.
That's a good choice.
Anybody else for other important information?
Character meet and greet.
Oh, what did Melissa say?
I slept in it with Chase and was fine to adults. It would be tight.
Okay.
It would be right. I'm not sure she meant to
Probably
say
tight.
right or tight.
Character
Probably
meet and
tight,
greet.
considering
Oh yeah, character meet. Oh gosh, that's two more things actually. Character meet and greet in the lobby at Art of Animation, and I don't know if this is at the other value resorts or not. In the afternoon,
this.
we have seen random character meet and greets.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we saw
What?
Mickey Mouse, Rabbit, and Eeyore.
And Eeyore.
But we had to come back for Magical Express, and they were doing pop-up meet and greets in the
Rabbit?
lobby.
That is cool.
Rabbit.
From Winnie the Pooh.
really.
Never
Yeah.
seen Rabbit before anywhere.
I've
Yeah.
never seen
Yeah,
Rabbit.
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Rabbit. I don't even like Winnie the Pooh.
That
Oh, how dare
I
you!
know,
I
I
know,
know, I'm a bad
right?
person.
Oh,
Dee's
he's
gonna
my
hate me forever.
favorite. Winnie the Pooh is the best one. What is wrong with you?
A little off topic, but did you see there's a trailer for the new Winnie the Pooh movie? It's the story of how Winnie the Pooh came
Oh, I
to
did see that,
be.
yeah. Mhm.
No.
Yeah.
Apparently the
They
trailer
actually
had people
made
in
a
tears.
book.
yes.
Yeah.
They actually
Yeah.
kind of made
Yeah.
a book out of it.
So
Oh,
I need to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see that.
So there's pop-up character meet and greet, and there is Animation Academy
Yes.
at Art of Animation.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
drawings all over the lobby. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
and you can sign up. I think it's at like 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock, but the times would be posted, or you could ask the concierge for the times for the day, that you can actually sign up to learn how to draw a Disney character. Of course, this used to be at Hollywood Studios and is currently absent. I'm hoping that they're bringing it back to the parks eventually, somehow, somewhere. Please. Dear Disney, please. But if you're staying at Art of Animation, or if you're just wandering over there for the afternoon, you can still catch Animation Academy.
Did you mention how awesome the lobby is on its own?
No, I mean, the bones of the lobby are exactly the same as all the other values, so there's nothing, like, functionally that tremendously different about it, but it's just with the artwork that's in there and the lighting and the way that the colors behind the check-in desks change and they run the entire spectrum of the color wheel. It's just a really cool place to be, and it just makes you feel kind of happy when you walk in there.
Yeah. And what they've done is, when you're walking in on the right, if you're coming in off of Magical Express on the right-hand side, they have the drawings of Cars, Little Mermaid,
Ursula.
right,
The eels.
Nemo.
The eels are eels.
And what they've done is they start out as a black and white sketch, and the early stages of what the
So you can kind of
animators
follow the process
exactly.
as you walk down the hall.
So what's really cool is Ursula, in the one frame, does not look like Ursula that came to be on the movie screen. She looks
Oh,
a
right.
lot
They have
more
some of the
wicked
concept
and
art and
pointed teeth, and it's really cool because you can see the progression of how what was going on in the Imagineers' minds as they're making these things.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
animated
like
minds.
those were neat
very cool.
drawings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, the larger-than-life characters outside of each of the
That's so
suites. I mean, we
cool.
talked about Little Mermaid a little bit, but if you're walking through that Lion King section at night, like, if you've got a thing about villains, you don't necessarily want to walk through there at night, because then Scar is
Scar.
pretty darn lifelike.
And they have like this padding area, like you can jump.
Oh, yeah, they do.
the
Yeah,
squishy
that's
area.
like an all-weather track kind of material
Yeah,
that's
and you can
squishier.
and they have like a cave,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, and it leads you out to like where the aerial rooms are.
And you can, without the cars section, you can actually, you can't get in a car, but
Yeah, you can like sit on
you can
for fun and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Get your picture taken
get
with
your
each
picture taken
car.
with cars.
Yeah. I think Doc Hudson's over there, and Mater.
Mater's over there.
Mater.
Lightning's
Is
over
Lightning,
there.
is Lightning
Yes.
there? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And there's these little cars, the little ones.
The little cars, yeah.
Was it
Cool.
Luigi?
I think Luigi's over there.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
Luigi the one that had the
Yeah,
little...
the tire. Yeah, the
The tire guys.
forklift.
So
What? Pizza?
What?
Did you say pizza?
I think so.
Maybe I'm just hungry.
You must
Now
have
she
want
knows
some
she's
pizza. Should we wrap it up so we can call for pizza?
Yes, that's good.
Maybe we just go to Disney and eat their pizza.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right, Ben?
yeah,
I'm down for that. Let's go.
yeah, let's
We'll
go.
call room service.
Alright. Any closing thoughts on Art of Animation? Did we miss anything that pops into
No.
mind?
Just book and go there because it's
Yeah.
amazing.
And it's definitely, I mean, like we said, it's more expensive than Pop Century and the All Stars.
But I
But
feel like you're getting
it's-
what you pay
It's
for.
worth it. It
Yeah.
really is worth it. The little touches add up to just make your vacation a little bit more special. And honestly, when you're talking $30 a night, even if you're staying 10 nights, it's $300 versus the cost of your entire vacation. It's not as traumatic as you think it is when you're sitting there
Right.
looking at the price. You won't really and truly you won't notice it by the end, and when you get there, you'll just feel differently about your experience.
Yeah.
So
Because the at this resort, the attention to detail,
it's fantastic.
it's you can't even touch it. It's ridiculous.
Right.
How awesome
Right.
it is.
And like we
Yeah,
said,
it is really nice.
structurally, as far as what you're getting, it is the same across all the value resorts. It's the same building, the main building area, the store, the food court, the arcade are all laid out in pretty much the same fashion. The transportation is very similar.
Mm-hmm.
The layout of the buildings is very similar. The style of buildings is very similar, except obviously